I've just assembled this broadside battlesuit, and I want to give it an interesting base without going over the top. For my first step, I apply some PVA glue to the base and shuffle it around in a box of fine gravel. I then repeat this step on several other spots. Next, I take these tiny skulls I dug out of the garden and stick them on as well. I use a mixture of PVA glue and plastic cement to ensure they stick. It's not caught on camera, but just before I spray on my undercoat, I apply a little bit of super glue over the top of the rocks to further cement them in place. When it comes time to paint, I lightly stipple a layer of Ushabti bone all over the rocks, making sure to keep the black undercoat barely visible. I also apply Ushabti bone to the skulls, but I coat them more thoroughly to help them stand out. I double down on this by applying a second coat with a layer brush. White paint forms a skin quickly, so I need to refill my brush quite often. Every time I do so, I test the consistency of the paint on my thumbnail before I put it anywhere near the model. Next, I come through to apply some very fine highlights to the most prominent edges of the bones using Screaming Skull. For the next step, I crack out a Grelin Earth technical paint. This paint is designed to create a crackle effect as it dries, with larger cracks the thicker you apply it. As such, I use a dry brush to heap large amounts onto the base and push it where I need it. I get a bit on the skull here, but I'm able to clean it up with a wet brush. For the harder to reach areas, I use a finer brush that I'm not too worried about ruining. In order to make the rocks fit better with the desert base, I use Agrak's Earthshade to tint them to more of a brown colour. I also carefully use the Earthshade to pigment the skulls, making sure to keep it from pooling in unwanted places. By this time, the thinner areas of paint have dried enough for me to clean up the edges with my hobby knife. With the rim of the base smoothed out, I come through with Hachette Copper, although I'm quite unhappy with the consistency of the paint as it goes on. I'm also not particularly happy with the way the colour looks alongside the rest of the base. After 2 coats, I changed to using Runelord Brass instead. I'm liking the way this looks a lot more. As a final touch to tie the Mini in with the environment, I stipple and dry brush a colour that I mixed to match a Grelin Earth onto the feet and legs of the battlesuit. Anywhere where I find it is too thick or the brush marks are visible, I simply wipe it away with my finger. And it's done. I love the way this looks compared to all of the other zero effort bases that I've done up until now. I wasn't sure how it was going to look for a while, but I think that the skulls definitely make the base. Just by adding some props to the environment, it instantly comes to life. The Mini itself isn't even finished yet, but just by doing a good looking base, it's already looking awesome. Let me know what you think down below, and tune in next week to see me paint the broadside itself. Subscribe to the channel if you like what I do. Until next time.